officials are paying their respects to the late Minister in the Presidency, Jackson Mthembu. Due to COVID-19 restrictions, they're passing by his home in eMalahleni in Mpumalanga to show their respects. Mthembu, of course, died from COVID-19 complications yesterday. He's been hailed as a lifelong champion of freedom and democracy. Mthembu will be honoured with an official funeral, Category 1, at his home on Sunday. Our senior reporter, Sipa Mandla-Goge, is there. Let's cross to him for the very latest. Sipa, it's been such a very sad and emotional time. I would imagine it's very intense in his hometown. Just tell us what it's like there at the moment.
Well, I can tell you that ANC members, leaders and government officials, they continue to trickle in here, but they are not coming out in numbers because of COVID-19 regulations. I'm going to ask my colleague Linge Ndabambi to come with me and show you in front of us. You see a police officer there who is busy taking a video clip. So the police officer that you see has been with the family here trying to ensure that all COVID-19 regulations are being adhered to. The issue of social distancing, the issue of people sanitizing, wearing masks. But outside Jackson Mthembu's home or family home here, two of his pictures, one with ANC regalia and another one, the official government picture, is here outside these two mini tents that have been erected here. It's a somber mode, but at the same time, some ANC members are busy singing, celebrating his life here because he was a leader. It all started here in eMalahleni for Jackson Mthembu. It is where it will all end. He lived amongst his neighbors and his people and his comrades. Most of them are here, sitting here, just coming to support the family. They cannot go inside the family home because of COVID-19 restrictions and regulations. We know that visits to bereaved families are discouraged because of COVID-19. So he is also the one who's been preaching about that, ensuring that people adhere to those COVID-19 regulations. So it will not be justice to Jackson Mthembu to have people violating what he preached up until his last days. So here outside, people have come out to show their support. We have seen government director generals, but let's speak to Dr. Kefilwe Masiteng, who's the Deputy Secretary of the National Planning Commission. Doc, thank you very much for your time. Government officials, entities, some of which Jackson Mthembu led and worked with, have been here to pay their respects. How would you remember Jackson Mthembu and what does he mean to you?
I will always remember Jackson Mthembu as a very humble leader. When we met him, he would listen to us. One thing he spoke about first time he came was he will respect us for the knowledge we have and the work we do for him, and he will give us the political support and the political direction. And immediately we knew that he understands his role and he loved the work he did. One thing I'll remember him for is the report of the voluntary national report that went to the UN in 2019. He read that report more than 5 times. And he would go through the report page by page, and he would tell us, I was a teacher before. He told us and assisted us to understand how to write a report about the country, the development and the reaching of society, making sure that we work and make sure that what we do gets to ensure that the National Development Plan is implemented. I will always remember him for that.
Indeed, he was passionate about the National Development Plan as well as the National Planning Commission, and he always wanted to ensure that the mandate of that commission is realized, particularly in chartering the future for South Africa. And he always supported those entities that he felt strongly that they needed to be supported.
True. He talked very strongly about the independence of the National Planning Commission. He wanted to ensure that promotion of its independence, promotion of its ability to inform the longer thinking about the future of this country is done. He respected all the 25 experts that are there and made sure that all that they said should be heard so that the future of this country can be crafted.
Okay, Doc, thank you very much for your time. I see here Prof. Busani Ngaweni, the principal of the National School of Government, is here. Prof, very briefly, many people have spoken. How would you remember Jackson Mthembu? He was one of the very first few students to enroll in your school and in your program.
He was a great supporter of the work of the National School of Government, Minister Mthembu, and he told me that he wants to be the first student as a member of the executive, because it will send a good example to everybody else that the efforts of rebuilding state capacity is supported by the president. And he will say, I want to be the first. When I told him Minister Mthembu, who's my minister, will be there, he said, no, don't tell me about your supervisor. I will be there as a first student. He was a humane. He was human both inside and outside of his ministerial uniform. He will call me jokingly and say, "Emfo, ihamba kanjani le project yakho state capacity building?"
Okay, Prof, thank you very much for time. Basically, those are some of the people who worked with the late Jackson Mthembu here, reflecting on his legacy, saying they will remember him as a hard-working somebody who respected everyone he came across. We will continue to keep tabs on this story up until Sunday when he is laid to rest. As we take it back to you, Sally.